The wise mind of Silicon Valley, Naval Ravikant, once pierced the fog of modern life with a single revelatory truth. Status games are zero-sum. Wealth games are positive-sum. In those few words lies a key that unlocks a deeper understanding of why so many feel stuck, anxious, and disillusioned despite their achievements. If you have ever felt like you're running harder but getting nowhere, this message is for you. Perhaps you've been there, climbing the ladder at work, collecting titles and accomplishments, only to find your heart growing heavier with each step. Maybe your social media shines with curated joy and filtered smiles, but when the lights are off and you're alone, a quiet emptiness lingers. You buy the latest luxury, chase trends, upgrade your life, and yet the satisfaction slips away like sand through your fingers. You look around and wonder, why is everyone else catching all the lucky breaks while I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels? If that resonates with you, you may unknowingly be caught in the invisible web of the status game, a game designed to drain your energy and keep you chasing shadows. True fortune doesn't begin with hustle, it begins with awakening. The hidden trap of the status game. The status game, by its very nature, is a contest built on comparison, hierarchy, and illusion. It is a game where your worth is not measured by what you are, but by how others see you. In this game, your life becomes a performance. You begin to speak words that please, do things you don't believe in, and wear a mask that smiles on the outside while trembling on the inside. The eyes of others become your mirror. What will they think of me becomes your silent mantra. Every choice, every effort is filtered through this need for approval. But here lies the poison. Status is finite. If someone rises, someone else must fall. There are only so many seats at the front. This game is a zero-sum battle, and even if you win today, you must fight again tomorrow. It is a carousel of endless spinning, loud and glittering on the surface, but going nowhere beneath your feet. Worse still, this game robs you of joy. It births constant comparison. Someone else earns more, travels farther, shines brighter, and you, by contrast, feel less. We forget that every soul walks in its own divine time zone, and your season is not late just because another's fruit has ripened. While you fix your gaze on the awards, likes, and validation of others, your inner garden withers. You lose the time and energy needed to cultivate your own purpose, to water the soil of your own gifts. How can the harvest come if you never tend to your field? The great shift from chasing applause to creating value. When you finally grow weary of this chase, when you stop running circles around approval and dare to walk inward, you begin a new journey. This is the path of the value game, what Naval calls the true wealth game. But this isn't merely about money. It is about creating real value, value that feeds your soul and lifts others. The moment you stop playing for status and begin to play for substance, a shift occurs. Your inner fire awakens. You start asking, what do I love? What work makes me lose track of time, even when no one is watching? What makes me feel alive? This isn't just philosophy. It's validated by many who've reached the heights of influence. Bashar, the well-known spiritual teacher, has long emphasized that the fastest way to live in alignment and abundance is to follow your highest excitement, to do what you love without hesitation. He calls this the soul's compass, the most reliable inner GPS for navigating life's path with joy and success. Even in the world of business and media, the truth holds. Mr. Beast, the most successful YouTuber of all time, echoes this exact wisdom. He openly shares that the only way he managed to succeed, grinding out content for years before anyone noticed, was by doing what he genuinely loved. According to him, no one can last months and years doing things they don't care about. That's the secret behind his success. Not chasing views, but chasing passion. That spark, your passion, is the magnet that draws blessings you never expected. The universe aligns with the energy of authenticity. From uniqueness to abundance. Next, you begin to build what Naval calls specific knowledge, the kind that can't be taught in schools or replicated by rivals. This knowledge arises from your unique gifts, your personal story, your struggles and fascinations. It is the fingerprint of your soul expressed in skill and service. While the status game rewards sameness, the value game honors uniqueness. You no longer try to outdo others. You become irreplaceably yourself. And with this, you move from playing finite games, where winners and losers are declared, to playing the infinite game, where the goal is to keep playing, keep growing, keep giving. Over time, the power of compound effort kicks in. Knowledge multiplies, relationships deepen, influence expands. You become the river, not the raft. And in this flow, fortune finds you. Signs that you are stepping into greater fortune. As you leave behind the world of shallow striving and enter into the realm of meaningful living, you will notice sacred signs that your alignment is changing, that you are beginning to walk with the wind of good fortune. You begin to measure success by your own compass. Instead of chasing applause, you find peace in walking with your own values. Is this aligned with who I want to become? Becomes your guide. The more you follow your truth, the more silent confidence you gain. And in that space, fortune blossoms. You create instead of copy. Whether it's building a business, writing, raising a family, or learning a skill, you infuse it with your essence. You stop imitating and start inventing. This is when your real life begins. You shift from getting to giving. The question changes from, what can I take from the world, to what can I offer? You seek to leave things better than you found them. This contribution opens invisible doors. You find joy in steady growth. No longer distracted by how fast others are running, you settle into your own rhythm. You learn to love the climb, not just the summit. And in that peace, momentum builds. You trade short-term wins for long-term harvests. You're no longer seduced by fast rewards. You become a quiet builder, patiently investing time, love, and skill into things that matter. And what you plant now becomes your future orchard. The divine invitation, walk a higher path. Dear soul, the so-called good fortune you seek is not a mystery, nor is it reserved for the chosen few. It is the natural fruit of right focus, authentic living, and value creation. To leave the status game is to step off the noisy stage of the world and enter the quiet sanctuary of your purpose. It is to stop clapping for illusions and start planting seeds of meaning. It is to stop playing stupid games, as Naval warns, and thus stop winning stupid prizes. The moment you redirect your energy from impressing others to becoming your higher self, everything shifts. Opportunities arise. People of integrity find you. The work becomes the reward. And luck starts arriving disguised as the natural consequence of your quiet alignment. So pause, breathe, ask yourself gently, but honestly, am I still playing the status game? If so, today is the perfect day to choose a new game. a better game. It may be a quieter road at first, but it is the one that leads home to yourself. And when you walk that path, you'll find that good fortune doesn't need to be chased. It begins to follow you. Let this be your turning point. Let this be the day you start creating real wealth of spirit, of mind, of heart, and from there, everything else will follow.